The following program was paid for by Southern American Media.
Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
Hey, good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie as we begin a weather alert day. We've got all the details on that we'll be filling you in on.
You know, when I got home last night,
What happened?
normally I always stop my mailbox, see if I got anything. Not a single thing about weather was in there.
You didn't get any?
I didn't get nothing. I need to call Greg, see if he got something. And I was wondering if it was because National Weather Service changed the outlook and we're going to get something today.
Yeah, they just sometimes mail those things right to you, don't they? Weather event coming in 3 months.
Yeah, we just mailed it.
With all sincerity about the post office, I have had numerous things in the last few weeks lost in the U.S. mail right here in the Meridian area. As we also all know that there was a disturbance at the post office here in the Meridian area to where local businesses were having money stolen. It happened.
Yep.
There's, without a doubt, millions upon millions of dollars. We have yet to get a name from the U.S. Postal Service as to who was involved in this, but basically, at the end of the day, there was an employee that was opening up envelopes and giving them to other people, a little ring.
And wasn't it, they had an account set up in another state?
Sure did.
And so now that right there crosses state lines. Now you just went into a little bit harsher penalty. And I hope they get them and take care of them pretty good.
We had, just to show you, if you, a couple of month and a half ago, if you happen to see me in a bush along with like 10 other people, it was kind of obvious. And then the Meridian Star showed up with me, and we were all in the bushes because the arrest was supposed to happen. And we all stood around for about 3 hours out there in the bushes, and, well, it never happened there.
Well, that's all right. It's coming, and they're gonna get them as long as they let us know who it is, so we can push that out. We got an Orange Park, Florida.
I'll be
checking in on us. Well, good morning, Mike Stewart. Appreciate you being with us this morning, all the way from Florida.
Yeah.
I got Mr. Two. He told me yesterday he was going to be watching us again this morning. So good morning, Mr. Two. I know you out there somewhere. And good morning, everybody. We appreciate y'all joining in this morning and seeing how this weather changes and how they've tweaked it just a little bit. But we went from a 3, we went to down to a 2, but that doesn't mean that we are completely in the safe.
That's right.
So still need to be vigilant as the overnight hours come through.
Now, let's go ahead and pull up some of this, Odie, and show this, and we'll look at radar, because we want everybody to be safe as this approaches. And again, this was just updated a few moments ago. As my radar said one thing and the National Weather Service said another, I gave my best of, well, I guess it's going to change later today because it was current. But lo and behold, they changed that. And as we pull this up to take a look, this is the outlook, 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. And Odie, do you not agree with me that we should be concerned maybe 10, start paying attention?
Oh, yeah. We should already be watching for this storm to come into our area around 10. The bad part's going to get here around 11 is what the prediction is. Well, that's not when you start paying attention. You don't wait till it gets here. You pay attention and track this using Scotty Ray, because he's going to continue to have the radar up, watching it as it comes into our area, exactly where it's at. Y'all know Scotty Ray's going to have icons on there showing you where the places are, where it will pinpoint where you live. And then we'll be in our weather room, and we'll be communicating back and forth. But definitely pay attention, and as this storm goes through, be ahead of it.
Speaking of that, let's look at live radar of what we've got, which is the very latest of the radar systems as we pull this up right now. This is the red zone, to where this is a level 4 devastation. Now, maybe that's not the word for it, but it is the scariest of all.
Well, that's a good way to look at it, because you want to have that mindset that this is not safe.
It is not. Now, as we look at this, let's start on locations, Odie. As we look at this level 3, which is pretty bad weather also. We're going to carry and get all of Winston County, Scott County, Carthage area, also Forest here. That's Scott County. And then we take in northwestern Newton County. Anybody watching from Newton? This is your concerns of the level 3 and the level 2. Northwestern Newton County. Now, this will include Turkey Creek and this area starting right here, cutting across at Lawrence. Move northwesterly across the county, taking in Union. Y'all are in that level 3. And straight across Highway 19 there at House and Highway 491. Now, that's going to be right where Talbot Enterprises are. Everything north of there is a level 3. As we look at our good friends up here in Kemper County, if you live up around Preston, if you're anywhere near Linville United Methodist Church, and then on in anything west of the Kentucky Fried Chicken that sets place right there in Noxubee County, you are a level 3. Now, level 2, now explain to everybody, Odie, you know this as well as I do, if not better than me, about a level 2 can also be a bad storm.
Level 2 just means the threat of a large tornado has diminished a little bit, but we still have threats of tornadoes possible. The wind has died down a little bit, and the hail that is expected is smaller than what we would see with a level 3. So level 3 could get, those pictures that you had where somebody was holding their hand out and had a whole clunk of hail sitting on top of it. So now we could see up to golf ball size hail. You don't want to get hit by one of those. Tornadoes, even a EF1 is dangerous because they sneak in our area under radar. EF2, same thing. They sneak in under our radar. So even a 2 in our area is extremely dangerous because we don't get any kind of leeway of where these tornadoes are.
Mm-hmm.
See what Bob said?
Yeah, I was sitting here giggling about that.
I left our Hurricane of the Month Club to join the Tornado of the Week Club.
Welcome. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, free membership.
There you go. And that's what we've got. And another round, but something good has come out of this as we got those updates about Sunday as we're going to have severe weather. But it takes a complete turnaround when it comes to Sunday and is going to be downgraded. Let me get to the picture here, Odie. What did I have? Let me just go to live radar and show it that way. How about that?
There we go.
Since I messed that up. Let me change days here, and let's go to Outlook Day 3. This is the good news that we have to show you here about Sunday as we pull up radar. This is a level 1 now throughout our area instead of that level 2 that we had. Let's back out and take a good look at this. So all of that's going to be changing here as we look. Well, that's good news. We'll keep that in mind. That's going to stretch from areas of Louisiana all the way over to Georgia through the heart of Mississippi, but a level 1, which basically tells us it's going to rain pretty hard.
We're just going to get a lot of water. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not. It depends on how much water gets dumped on us tonight and over the hours into tomorrow, and then how much water is receding to us from the north. Everything up north is coming down here to us as well. It's not just the amount of rain we get right here local.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, we've got some good people over there at Oak Tibby, and they monitor the level of that reservoir, and they continually drop that down to account for all this water that's coming in. So they have a lot of work that they're doing as well, and we work close with them as well.
Yeah, how things pop in your mind. And
I get that all the time.
It just popped in my head. I was sitting here looking at the map and the rain that is occurring right now. Let me pull this back up so everybody will get it. You may not get this, Odie, since you didn't listen to country music. But as we pull this up, as I look at this map here, it's coming across Texas, and I look way up here, a little town called Paducah. Anybody remember Loretta Lynn and One's on the Way? But here in Paducah.
I remember the song. I would have, but it
pregnant
wouldn't
again.
come to my mind, yeah.
Okay.
Paducah.
Only me. That would come to.
Well.
Good morning. I'm Scotty Ray. I'm your friend along with Odie as we recapture everything that's going on in the communities and what happens overnight in the last 24 hours. We've got a lot of weather talk that we'll go over today. Why? Because it's your safety. That's why we're going to talk about that and make sure that you fully understand all of this. Plus, we got the headlines from the community all coming up here in just a moment. We'll be right back with more and more.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
My mama said I need a truck because this lawnmower's the devil.
Buddy, we can do it!
Need a truck?
We can do it!
Need a van?
We can do it!
Need an SUV?
Buddy, we can do it!
Need some luxury? We've got you there too.
We can do it!
At Interstate Auto, we can do it.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now, they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. You could be looking for that perfect thinking of you gift. Or maybe it's just a happy you need, whether live or artificial, no matter what the need is in your family. Whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again, Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs.
The Loose Caboose Arts and Crafts Festival 20th Anniversary Celebration is on April 1st. It kicks off Friday, March 31st with the Mississippi Delta Shows Carnival. Then Saturday, the Bank Plus 5K begins a day of shopping, food, and family fun in downtown Newton. Events include the Bank First Car Show, Brewer Sawmill Motorcycle Show, We Are Esco Dinosaur Experience, a Kids Zone, LA Dance Show, Magician Todd Smith, pony rides, and more. Headlining entertainment this year is Emily White. For more information, call 601-683-2201.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we start today. And let me address something that we will address later on today. There's not a lot of details to give on this just yet, but if you live in the Meehan area and you happen to notice the 999 cops that were in the area last night and roads blocked, we'll have an update on that a little bit later on today. There's things working, and as soon as we get the exact details, you don't want to put something out until you get the exact and know what you're talking about. But details coming up today on the situation from Meehan from last night, because I got a lot of questions of why there are cops everywhere. And we will get that to you shortly when we're able to, what's the word?
Once the press release has been sent out.
Yes. I want to make sure I get this right. We don't want to say anything wrong, so it's forthcoming today. Well, we wanted to send out a message to a few folks that are going to have to start shopping at the Dollar General. No longer can you go to Wally World where you live. Let's pull up this beautiful map here from Daily Mail that tells us they're closing these Walmart stores. Let me pull this up here. Let me
now going to the Redneck Walmart.
Yes, sir, Bob. There you go.
Yep.
Arkansas is losing one. Indiana losing a store. D.C., right there on 99th Street, is going away. And this is the list of stores that they are closing from Walmart. They're underperforming,
wow,
and they're not making money, so they're shutting them down.
You know, that right there is telling me one thing.
What's it telling you?
Either the mom and pop stores are starting to come back,
right,
or some of these other competitions is getting them.
Can we go with Scotty Ray's number 3 choice?
Which one is that?
Shoplifting and crime is overtaking these stores, and they can't make it.
Yeah.
With all seriousness, that loss and prevention has a huge deal with Walmart.
Well, I hope that's. Well, I don't hope.
But yours sounded better that mom and pops were coming back.
I want to see that. I want to see where the mom and pops come back. The mom and pops bring you the little hardware stores. We need that.
And, you know, as we look at this nationwide, it was when Walmart started moving in. You remember this 15, 20 years ago. I can only think of one store that really stuck out, weathered the storm, is still there, and it ain't hurting a bit. That would be our friends at Williams Brothers there in Philadelphia. They survived almost like the word tornadic activity coming from a store like that.
Yeah, and you can buy anything from the pig to the bacon to the pants to the boots. You name it, they've got it.
There's not many. I'm thinking across the state of Mississippi, there's really nothing left like that anymore.
No. Now, you can go to a store that'll have a butcher. But now that's a butcher. That's where you go in and order exactly what you want, and you've got somebody cutting it right there.
Now, Rick Gardner brought this up, and I've heard this around town that stores are starting this in nationwide to where you're having to pay for your bags, whether it be 10 cents or more. But I'm hearing that is coming.
We go to Aldi's. Amy loves Aldi's because it's down on the coast, so we go there and get some stuff. You take the buggy in and pick up your stuff, put it on the rack, and they charge you. And if you want a bag, you pay.
Really, they do charge.
How much it was? So you pick your bag up off the rack, stick it on the belt, and they scan it through.
Can you bring your own bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you can bring your own bag, or you can buy one out of 12 cents for the original paper grocery sack, like 12 cents, something like that.
Boy.
Yeah. Then you got to pay a quarter for the shopping cart.
As Jackie Cleason said, what's the world coming to?
So, yep, that's going. I mean, it is what it is.
We also want to bring this up because I like to stay, I don't want you surprised with what's going on in the world. We talk a lot about local events, but as we look at the national scene, as we go to foreign countries, the United States had to deploy a drone because one of our contractors were killed, and, well, we retaliated. This happened last night against Syria, or late yesterday afternoon. We did a strike, took out 11 of them. They killed one of our people off working in another country. And they have sent in to take care of that little issue there.
I don't have a problem with that. You cause us a little bit of damage, and we're going to cause you a lot more.
That's right. You have to. It's like the bully, and so many people have never understood that. Well, why does the United States put so much money into the military? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? But it's kind of like you have to show. It's better to show force than to have to use force. Is what that's about. In my opinion, it's the old bully on the playground. Until you show him what you will do, he will take your money every single day. Once you stand up to him, word travels and no one else messes with you. And that's what it's really about, put in layman's terms.
A gun on your side, its main purpose is a deterrent.
There you go.
That's it. It's not meant to be shot and kill someone. It's meant as a deterrent that, hey, if you escalate this, then I can take it to that point. But it's a deterrent, and that's what the force of the United States military is. It should be a deterrent out to every country.
And I don't know if you've been paying close attention to this, as China is trying to outdo our Navy to have more ships, and it's almost, and the plans are that they will surpass us in firepower when it comes to ships, and we do hope that they work that out and get our military all spruced up.
We've got to have a president that believes in the military, that does not have a problem dropping the
using
Moab,
when we need it.
You know, that mother of all bombs.
Yeah, right.
He said, we've got it. Go ahead and let it go.
That's right.
I like that.
Previous one there probably would have done that.
Oh, no.
Here's something, Odie, that I saw, and because I see this in Meridian a lot, that you'll see scams, you'll see it in Union, you will see it in Philadelphia, people trying to take money from this. And this is probably one of the best, trickiest ones that I've ever seen, to where someone recorded a voice of someone's kid, a 30-year-old. They call the mom and go, hey, your son's been in an accident, and he needs $5,000. And they had recorded his voice and then put it into a system and made it say what they wanted to. Calls mom, demands some money, that he's got to have it to get in the hospital. She gives it. Now she's got to postpone her cancer treatment because she gave everything she had.
For her son, which turned out to be a scam.
That was in Houston, Texas, is where that went on. If it can happen in Houston, it can happen here.
You know, people always on Facebook, and they say, all right, if you get another friend request from me, it's not me. Somebody scammed this, and somebody got my page, and they took my pictures and made another page. Here's the thing, and this has come up a few times. If you're scrolling on Facebook, and you go to one of those buy, sell, trade places, and they are posting, hey, this child's missing, or this person's missing, don't click on it. It's
right.
A scam. Catch this person stealing these mufflers and stuff under the car. Called on the act. It's a scam. Do not click on these. You click on it, now they got your phone, your bank information, and everything else they need.
another thing to be careful of in our community, if it doesn't come from Homeland Security, if it doesn't come from, I'm not going to post something that is not real. There's been a thing floating around to where it shows a child and a dog missing in Lauderdale County. Not true. Not true.
Do not click on these sites because they will take your stuff. And all your information is gone. And by the time you realize it, it is way too late. So don't fall for these things. I know you want to do the right stuff, but come on now. Just don't do it. Play smart. Nobody's going to say my child's missing on a buy, sell, trade.
That's
page.
right. Out just to the south of town at a little place called Greg's Fireworks this morning. He's making circles. He's getting ready. He's going to represent us.
He's getting ready.
He's headed down. He's going to sign up this morning at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
The 3K run walk for Officer Croom as we remember him today. Gets underway at 10 o'clock.
I told him to wear his Lima T-shirt because I didn't want him to wear one of our nice shirts or anything. But he's supposed to have had his eggs and bacon this morning.
He's going to represent.
And he's going to represent. He told me yesterday him and RW was going to go down there, the two oldest people in it. I think one's going to have to drag the other.
10 a.m. this morning out at Bonita Lakes, the run walk will happen in remembrance of Officer Croom. If you can make it out for that, probably will be a big turnout for this. And we'll do our best to get out there in time for the kickoff to see it underway. That's happening this morning. And there's a lot going on this weekend. And I got a note, and let me get this up because there wasn't a lot put out on this as I found out there's going to be a Hickory Day. And let me get here the information here.
Hickory Day.
Yeah, I didn't know that Hickory was doing anything, but I got it over here somewhere.
It's in there. Well, we're having some activities around our area,
it's
so that's
chunky.
always good.
It's chunky. I was close. Chunky Day starts tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., goes all day. They've got games, bouncy house, $10 jump all day, dunking booths, shotgun raffles, food, cornhole tournaments, all of that going on there.
Man, that'd be something for everybody to do everywhere.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about a few of these other events that are also going on today because there is a bunch as we do this. Jay's Taxidermy, which I've worked with for umpteen dozen years, has their big award ceremony tomorrow in Quitman. They'll be at Hooks and Horns doing the giveaway between 8 and 2 if you want to drop by and take a look at all the big deer that came out on that. Also, this is a big one. I know you got a sheet there, but we'll put this up where everybody can see it as we welcome Martin Day tomorrow.
Yeah, so hopefully we do not lose power tomorrow or tonight during this storm and we have winds blow down. But if we do, they're going to be cooking.
Right.
And all these other places are going to be cooking. And that's no better time to go and support these people and let the power company restore your power. You go out to these festivals and enjoy your time and get you some good food and support your neighbors.
You ever wanted to send a little subliminal, I said it, message to your wife? I wanted to send that to my wife right there so she'll remember that.
That's right. Just put that in there. How do we do that?
Hey, and I also want to bring this up. This is always important. Is we're going to have Praise in the Park tomorrow. This will begin at 9:45 in the morning, last until 5:30. That's going to be down at Clarko State Park if you can make it down for that. That's a real good thing in our community that we're going to be having. Let's see what else. Classic cars. Yep. Anybody like that?
Man, I tell you, that's going to be. We've got so many classic cars.
Yes, sir, Bob.
And some beautiful cars that people put a lot of hard time in.
Mm-hmm. That's out at the Precast Group, Highway 45 South. Drop in and visit with them. And then also another big event, bright and early tomorrow morning.
I don't know if Greg can make both of them.
One race is going to put him under.
One race is going to put him under. And I know RW can. He gets tired of just watching somebody walk.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning, City Hall, the Allie Cat run. We had her on, what was that, about a week ago. She came in and talked about this. This is a big event for Meridian. Last year, I think it was 600 runners, probably that many or more tomorrow morning at City Hall. Hope you can make it out for that. And we got one more event that we wanted to bring up for the kids. Now, if we don't have your event, make sure to email it to us, ScottyRay1969@AOL.com, or just simply inbox us on Facebook. But this is going to be happening out at Dunn's Falls. Catfish Rodeo.
Yes. Man, I tell you, that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure will. So if you'd like to do that, come on out, ages 2 to 15 with this. It also begins at 9 a.m.
Man.
That's a lot of things happening there, isn't
There's
it?
going to be a lot of people out there.
April 1st weekend's going to be even more. We'll be telling you about that in the upcoming week of what to expect and what's going to be going on there also.
That's good to see that kind of activity.
Yeah, it is there.
You know, RW sent a picture to me yesterday making fun of me, so I said, okay. I'll get you back this morning. My audience is bigger than yours.
That's pretty good, Odie.
Yeah, he knows I love him to death.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you got the hand on him.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Clark County, and I show pictures like this because we don't want it to happen again. No one was seriously hurt in this, but let's show a little respect because sometimes things get hid in your mirrors, and this was, I think, a one-vehicle accident. But when it comes to a motorcycle, you can miss them in your mirrors, and it's easy.
Yes.
As we look at
definitely.
this is Clark County is where this happened. That bike's got some issues there.
And from what I read, he showed up and picked his bike up, put it on a trailer, and took it home. He had a few scratches, but it's getting warm, and there's going to be more and more bikes out there.
Yep.
So be careful. If you had a bike, you'd want to be riding it too. Just stay safe out there. And I just don't understand how these states say, oh, well, you can wear a helmet if you want to, or you don't have to. No, helmet is the one thing that's going to save your life.
Right. And another thing that we wanted to put out, and I didn't know this for years, when cutting grass, never cut grass where it blows into a highway.
Yep.
To make a bike come out from underneath them. It's slick on the road.
Yep, it'll skid right. And so many people do that. They'll cut their grass right, but then get the blower and blow it out into the street.
Yeah.
So,
if you do that, it's fine. But if it's left out there, those guys can.
That's it.
It's slippery there. On a somber note, we moved to the release of the names. We put this out yesterday of the accidents that happened in our area where we had 3 folks that lost their lives locally in our area. As we pull this up, we do send out condolences to Miss Ruth Hunter's family. That happened on Highway 492 there, right around Union. That would be in Newton County as she lost her life in an accident this week. We also go to Highway 19, that horrible accident that happened there at County Road 448 and 19 in the Besadia community. We lost 20-year-old James Costello and 19-year-old Colby Maddox of Philadelphia. Our hearts, our prayers go out to all of these families.
Yeah.
How tragic it is.
Tough time for those families, and just constant prayer for them.
As 2 more people, and I don't know condition, I do know that 2 more people were rushed to a hospital for medical care out of that same accident. I don't know the condition, and I'm sure they need some serious prayer as well to recover.
Yes, they do. We don't know Lord's reasoning, but there's a reason out there, but we still got to give him the glory and ask for his hands on these families.
Last night, a little after dark, an accident happened there as you're coming down 8th Street where you pass the Gypsy Grave.
Yeah.
Almost at the bottom of the hill, that left hand to the 42nd Avenue. We had a little accident there. Had to send out Metro. A little injury involved with it. Not a major one, but there was an accident there with injuries last night. Always keep that in mind because those light. Is it me? But when you start up that hill going toward the Gypsy, doesn't the road get narrow and those light poles get a little bit closer to you?
It's like the road may still be the same, but those light poles keep moving out. And I've seen a bunch of mirrors get clipped by it.
That's what I thought. I thought I was imagining it, but that's true.
Take them out in a heartbeat.
Y'all watch it. Hold on to the road as you're going up there.
That's right.
Also, Kemper County had a little accident yesterday. This was in the area. This was within a half a mile of there, near Duck Hampton Road. Had an 18-wheeler overturned. I don't think any serious injuries was involved with that, but little boo-boo there.
That's it. Yep. And good crews going out and working and making sure that that's all safe.
Did you ever watch the movie with Randy Travis and the guy
who was a truck driver?
Yeah.
Black Dog.
Black Dog.
Like yeah.
Every time I think of a rig, I always think of that line out of that. We're trying to hijack the load.
That was,
and it was Meatloaf trying to hijack the load.
Yes, it sure was. Yeah. Old Meatloaf.
That really was a good movie.
It was.
Patrick Swayze was the truck driver in that. They only had 1 or 2 cheesy actors that didn't need to be in it, but everybody else played a real. And Randy did
a good job as an actor. Yeah,
I like that show.
There was another trucker, and I can't remember who played in it.
Convoy, and we're going back to a good one.
Well, that was a good one. But this one was his son got into some trouble, and his daddy came to help him out, and he had to take drugs in a truck.
Yeah. The Rock. The Rock was in that.
It was The Rock, and that was based on a true story.
And he bought him a rig, and he went undercover.
Yeah, it was something like it. That was pretty good. But the Black Dog, that was...
I'm hooked on it. But, you can count on your hands of great truck driving movies. You have to go back to White Line Fever, Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, yeah.
And then the two that we mentioned there. I can't think of any others that were just...
No, now, talking about TV shows, you remember old BJ and the Bear?
Remember BJ?
Yeah.
That's really it, TV show-wise, wasn't it, for truck drivers?
Nothing else really stood out.
Back in the 60s, that was huge in country music. You remember the girl on the billboard wearing nothing but a towel and a smile?
Yeah.
Where he fell in love with the billboard. 6 days on the road, and I'm going to make it home tonight.
I need a red shirt.
We would match if you get... Well, this is burnt orange, isn't it?
That's what I'd go with. Dark pumpkin. That would be...
It's when they didn't mix the paint right and mispainted the General Lee.
Yeah.
This is what this is.
Look, I got a hair. My beautiful daughter. I called her last night, and I said, can you cut my hair? So Memory said, come on. And she gave me a cut, and I was like, golly, I feel so much better.
We left a truck driving movie out. I forgot all about that. Sylvester Stallone.
Over the top.
Twist that thumb, wasn't it? You had to get it right to win.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, he would go down the road. He had that little pulley set up. That was a good one, over the top.
Yeah, one wore out Mack truck is what that was. He didn't have the cool 18-wheeler like BJ did.
No, not at all.
Well, Duel, and of course that was Dennis Weaver, the original, wasn't it? Where he was chased by the truck.
Yeah. It was two trucks chasing each other on it, I believe.
Yeah, and then Arnold bringing up the great country song, and I'm moving on. Love that song.
You start talking about it, and you start remembering and bringing it up more.
And, of course, the all-time greatest, saddest country music song that ever existed to mankind was Teddy Bear.
Oh.
Well, trucks lined up for miles and miles to give that little boy a ride. Red Savine, of course, that truly may be the saddest country song.
It could be.
It's
really
sad.
Could be. Man.
Good morning to you. Put a smile on. It's going to be great. It's Friday as we begin this day together. Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 invites you by to take a look at a brand new product they've got. Odes, ATVs, and UTVs. These side-by-sides range from 800 to 1,000 cc's, and they come with heat or air. Whether you're doing work around the farm or hunting, they've got the unit just for you to keep warm or cool, depending upon that Mississippi and Alabama day. Swing by for a test drive today at Freeman Tractor. See coleslaw, buttermilk, and don't forget you can meet their newest employee, Eggplant. That's Freeman Tractor, Highway 494.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray Report. As we talk about career changes, we've done this a lot. Meridian Community College. And if you've ever watched any of those dirty job shows, most of those guys on there were millionaires. They do physical work.
You got that right. There's people who do hard labor who bring home a nice hard check. And one thing that's going to always be needed is steel work.
That's right. And welding is what we're getting at.
We've got how many welding shops around here? A bunch. You can make a good living and get the education right here at home.
That's right. And you can take this anywhere in the United States. There's constantly what they would call pipeliners and, welders needed to build America. And that's what it's all. You can get your training right here at MCC. Drop in, visit with them. They'll show you the shop. I've been through it. It is neat as all get out. Yeah. And of course, Structural Steel has done a lot to help them with that and get everything fabbed out where you can see all of this. And again, it's easy to do. You can get a job as a structural welder, iron worker. You can also a fitter, fabricator, production worker. Whatever the case is, it works with this. They teach all of this right here in the Meridian area. And those guys on the road make a lot of money at doing this.
And this is worldwide. We're going to rebuild. We got to get the right leader in there.
Right.
But we're going to rebuild. And these guys right here are going to be leading that attack.
484-8744 is the number out to MCC if you want to get started today. Could be something else you want to do in life. Just walk out, look around and see what you could do with your life. I remember being 16 or 17 going, what am I going to do with my life? I remember last week at 52 going, what am I going to do?
When I grow up, what do I want to be?
I was a senior in high school before it kind of clicked on me that doing this kind of thing was what I was better at than the rest. It would take a few years to hone that.
Well, I wanted to be a lawyer.
What happened?
I think I started partying too much.
Didn't make it to Ole Miss?
Didn't make it to Ole Miss, and I said, I better join the Navy. So
in the Navy.
In the Navy. But I did get to see the world.
Can you do the YMCA thing? Do you do that?
No, I don't do that.
You ever wear the construction hat?
No.
Okay. Just make sure. I do not do the cowboy thing from them. Although I did watch.
Sure
I did watch Peg Bundy wait on them there in Al's shoe store one time. Hey, it was Brown Bag Day yesterday out at the Max. Did anybody get to do that? They had a lot of dancing going on down at the Max. And they do this periodically to where there are brown bags to where entertainment and this, that, and the other during lunchtime. So I hear that was a good show yesterday.
I need to go down and make one. I keep saying I'm going to go down there and make a brown bag deal, but I hadn't yet. But I do want to.
I also found out they were letting me know of things going on in Lauderdale County. If you've got a fur baby, as they put it there, this is available at no charge. If you drop by and see Rocky there while supplies last, free rabies vaccinations and vouchers available there. Drop in. They'll tell you more about it there if you want to get yours done. I think it's up to 2 pups per family.
And that's not bad. And the way they can offer this, if you can afford to go take care of your fur baby, do that, because there's a lot of people out there who have brought in animals off the road and they need some help, and let them get this. And but Rocky does an extremely good job down there, and he's always offering different services for people.
Odie, I got a call the other day, and I'll just be honest of what I got the call about was, and I didn't know how to answer it. Maybe somebody out there knows more than me. I got a call about Newton County, and it was a neighbor telling me that they thought a puppy dog was being mistreated, and they didn't like it. They didn't know what to do about it, who to call, and I have no idea. I can get you in touch with the people.
I talked to him.
You did?
And he's a friend of mine, too. And I have spoke to Rocky. So I haven't called you back. But knowing that we are, that is in the works, we're trying to get that took care of. Because that hits you.
Oh, and the older I get, and maybe it's age, maybe it's wisdom, I don't know. But I feel for folks who can't take care of themselves, and also pets. They cannot take care of themselves, and they rely upon us to do so. And when someone crosses that line and hurts either the elderly, a child, or a pup, or a kitty that has no reason to do that, I get my dandruff up. Now, I don't have much hair to get dandruff, but I get bent out of shape pretty quick.
But when it does. That dog or that cat can't walk up to the refrigerator and open it up and pull something out to eat.
Nope, sure can't.
And if we're not going to feed it, who is? And if you took that dog in, that cat in, take care of it.
Right. It's just a little note from us. And as always, if you see something like that, inbox us, and we'll try to get a hold of the right authorities that can do that. And
that's right. We got some connections in places.
Yeah. So we'll do what we can to help you. We do this all as a community effort. You ever watch Storage Wars?
Every now and then I will. I'll watch some of it.
I did, and I can't pronounce the guy's last name, but he was one of the guys that were on there. Has passed away at the age of 67. That guy there. Do you pronounce that Gunnar?
Yeah,
What's your
something
best
like
guess?
that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we don't know, but he passed away. So if you watch Storage Wars. What was the old girl that used to be on there that everybody kept calling her the hottie of the Storage War?
Wait,
Brandy.
And then her and her, excuse me.
Her
husband broke up.
Is she still on there?
Yeah.
Well, I need to go back and watch it.
But he's not.
She used to have it going on there.
And that was pretty. Look at here. We've got Roswell, New Mexico joining us this morning.
Y'all watch out for those little green men.
That's right. Don't let them take you.
Have you been out there to the thing?
I haven't, and there's a bomb school that's out that way that I'm trying to get in. So I'll be out that way sometime or another, but I would like to go out there and look for an alien.
They're still looking for the body of a lady in Hinds County that we think may have lost her life. They're still searching for her. Ebony Owens is a young lady. They're still doing search crews trying to find that. We hope it doesn't sound like there's going to be a good ending to this.
No, not at all. That's tough.
Mississippi getting another casino. Do you know that?
Well, that's what we needed.
Hancock County, Mississippi will be getting a new casino. That's getting approved. Boy, I remember back in the day of the, you remember the fuss of when it first started getting word that the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians would get one. It was an uproar, and it's kind of calmed down since then. I think everybody's accepted that. And
well, what's come out of that is, you remember, where is Philadelphia, Mississippi? And it's a small town north of Meridian. And now people are saying, where's Meridian? Well, it's a small town south of Philadelphia. Because Philadelphia is growing. And the chief that was out there, he left, got him an education, came back and started bringing back industry and putting everybody to work up there, and has really built it. Philip
Martin done a lot.
Yes.
Made that a post office, got his own zip code and all. Very, very smart man, and respected him.
I've got a shirt that says the casino in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Really?
You know, now that's Choctaw, Mississippi.
It certainly is. So much has gone on there. I remember when I talked Debbie into doing the the Rock House, Hard Rock. Opened up. I wasn't about to do that slide that they had there, and she did it for us and put the phone in a Ziploc bag and went down that thing and went underwater. It was funny.
I bet that was.
Yeah, it was like 30 degrees that morning. I thought, you go, girl.
Ooh. Go for it.
But a lot has come about that, and Chief Philip Martin was such a great guy, and I think you got a great new leader now also. So things are looking up in the community.
It really is.
Sadness as we look to Jackson, Mississippi, as a mother is arrested for the shooting of her 4-year-old son.
There's just no way.
I know.
The headline just takes your breath.
It does.
Man, wow.
20 minutes to the top of the hour. Scotty Ray Nody will be right back.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. As a former Meridian Police Department cadet and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office Ranger, public safety will always be a top priority. As Supervisor, I'll stand with our brave law enforcement officers and promote law and order. I'll approve funding for necessary personnel, training, and equipment to ensure professional service and safer community. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid Political by friends of Chris Bullock.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install, or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Sip and Savor is back in downtown Meridian. Chef Jimmy Kennedy will headline this year's festival, bringing an outdoorsman spin on elevated Southern cuisine. Taking the main stage is country music artist Levi Hummon. Sample over 50 chefs and distilleries visiting from all over the South to showcase their award-winning dishes. Experience the culinary tradition of the South like you never have before.
Chet's Paint and Body is there for you when it comes to any type of fender bender, no matter how serious, how light. They'll be there for you to help that car. All you have to do is drop in Highway 495 right there in the curve, and they'll do the rest for you in a timely manner. You don't have to worry about your car coming up missing for months upon months and people that keep promising you. His word is his handshake. Go by and find out why so many people trust Chet and his gang to take care of their cars. Again, 737-2961 is the number to call Chet. He'll do the rest for you. Hey, we got to talk about what went on this day in history.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go back to 1909. You think, who would I know from 1900? Well, you're going to know this one.
You'll know him. You'll recognize him.
He had a girlfriend named Bonnie.
Yep.
Clyde,
you know the history.
Clyde Burr was born on this date. He would be one of the most notorious outlaws that this country ever saw. One of the coolest cats that ever breathed a breath, and it would be the longest car chase in movie history. A 12-minute chase of a Mustang and a Dodge Charger. What am I talking about?
Yep, good old Steve McQueen. And I've got the movie at the house. Yes. He's got a bunch of little car chasing movies out there.
Steve McQueen was it, though. He was a man's man, as they say. 1924, Norman was born. You go, who is Norman? You know him as Mr. Roper. He was born on today.
Oh.
I know you think his wife is hot.
It's the curls, man.
I thought it was the moo-moo. Isn't that what they call those dresses?
Yep, moo-moos.
The moo-moos. They were very loose-fitting.
Yep. They just hung on there, but it was the curls.
There you go. Now we know. A few other things that happened on today. Let's go back. I would never have known this woman's name. She looks nothing like she did in 1977.
No.
She was born in 1954. Her name is Donna Pesco. Yeah, means nothing, does it? Until you see this picture. She was the girl that done all the dancing in Saturday Night Fever.
And that's something, and I'll give it to John Travolta. He's all around. He's done a little bit of everything.
He has. Face Off, you remember that one?
Yes, that was Nicolas Cage. That was a good movie.
Grease is the word.
And Grease, man. Yeah, he's a good actor all the way around.
Yeah, it's many movies. You can't help but laugh about this one. 1954, a guy named Robert Carradine was born, and yes, he's part of that Carradine family, but who remembers watching the first one? It got a little crazy after the 10th one, but the number one one, Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
He was born on this date.
Oh, with the kissing booze. And all that. Yeah.
It was, and wasn't there a guy named, and I don't want to sound ugly, wasn't somebody named Booger in there?
Booger? Yeah.
Well, I thought so. 1958, this showed that no matter who you were, you had to answer to Uncle Sam. Did it willingly and raised his right hand on this day in 1958 as Elvis Presley was inducted into the United States Army.
Yep. Did his part.
A few minutes later, bzzz started, and they shaved that head. Those pieces of hair would be worth a fortune now.
And they charge you for that haircut.
Did you watch, as a kid, Weird Science, where those two guys built that woman, and she jumped out, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've been trying. You got a science project? We can.
Oh, I went and bought me a science kit after that.
She was born in 1960. Her name is Kelly LeBrock. I didn't know till I dug into this. Anybody remember watching Above the Law?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She is the girl that saved him. She was the nurse in that also that brought him back to life.
Yep. She's
Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill. Yep. She's a good
Steven
actor.
Seagal. That was really a good movie.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
It was the guy that gave it away that said, what was it? You can take that to the bank. And
you can take that to the bank. Yeah, and they had it recorded. And yeah.
Well, 1966, a number one song hit the radio. It would probably never happen again. It wouldn't happen in today's time. But no. Buck Well, he was feeling kind of lonely. He liked this old girl, and he said, I'm just a-waiting in your welfare line. It was number one on this date. And if you've never heard that, it's worth a great laugh today.
Had to go pull old Buck Owens up.
It's beyond country. We want to say that's hardcore. 1976, one of the funniest guys that does, insurance commercials was born. He done something called football, but who cares anymore because he does such a good job at commercials.
Yeah, he couldn't beat the Saints for the Super Bowl. I don't care how many more he's got, but he didn't beat the Saints.
Oh, he's good at what he does.
Yes, he
Happy
is.
birthday to you there.
And nice people. See him at Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Their whole family will stop, talk to you. Nice people. Archie all the way down. Them's good people.
Can't beat it. 1979, this would never be allowed on television today because we are so politically correct.
Yes, he couldn't even have a can of water.
Back then, they were all dipping and drinking beer, and it was the Bad News Bears. It premiered on this date in 79 with Walter Malthau.
Loved it. Great show.
Did I say that name right?
What I would have said.
Walter. That was a tough.
He played in Grumpy Old Men.
Boy, that was... with the fish.
Yeah.
And somehow or another, I can see you doing that to people.
Well, that's possible.
1980, she was very, very popular, but she wasn't as popular as she thought she was because after 2 months, it was canceled. It was a flop. But we all knew the term. Mel?
Kiss my grits.
Has Flo got her own TV show, at least for 2 months anyway.
Yeah. But Mel's Diner was awesome.
It went away pretty quick there. 1981, it premiered for the very first time. You would watch this. You knew him well. Good Evening, America.
And that's when people could sit down in front, and it didn't matter what network it came from. The news was told to you as the news. Nobody's side was given. It was straight down the middle, who, what, where, when. And we've lost that.
Let's back up. What this was really all about was that hairdo he had. He had a bunch of hair.
Was that hair or was that a
wig?
A wig. What do you call them? A toupee.
A toupee.
A toupee.
He had a bunch of it up there. 1985, we would know this, and you team up Ray Charles with Willie. What do you get?
Yes, a awesome duet with a beautiful song. I love the whole duet.
Seven Spanish Angels. It was good.
Yeah, I wish I could sing because I'd sing that one.
I know, it is good. And Ray's version of that, of his part of that, was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
1989, we won't forget this. It was all everywhere. It was the wreck of the Valdez crash. It was all scattered everywhere, and we found out at that point in time that, what's the Dawn dishwasher?
Dawn dishwashing liquid will clean animals and rocks and dirt.
Anything. 1990, this TV show would end. It was called Alf.
I killed me. I love Alf.
Alf was funny.
You know, he always had a BLT.
Really?
Yeah, a bacon lucky tomato. The lucky was the cat's name.
1996, the number one song where this was actually released, My Maria. It was a remake, if you didn't know that. Brooks and Dunn. They were the hottest thing in country music back in the day. What happens when you get done up in life and you try to straighten it out and you finally get somewhere? You have to go, hey, how do you like me now?
You got that right.
Toby Keith went number one with that song on this date, and he bought his own records and moved on. He done well.
I wonder how many people sat back after that going, dang.
Probably so. This Toby has been interviewed many times. He goes, those people that told me I wasn't any good are mowing grass right now. And he's right. The record execs, they flopped. They got fired, and they've got grass companies.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that, but Toby was going, I did this, and you told me I was no good. Go crank your lawnmower.
That's right.
2005, The Office premiered. A lot of people like this TV show.
I'm not one of them.
It's not my thing either.
Yeah.
I tried. I've watched it a few times, and I go,
yeah, I like some corny shows.
That's really corny.
That's way out there.
But I've heard so many people say they'll sit down and watch it. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Jed Clampett, and I'm going to move right on.
There we go, some Hogan's Heroes.
There you are. 7:53. We'll recap the weather in just a moment.
What drives us may be different, but what we share is the pursuit. Whether taking on the job site or your own backyard, Let the pursuit of the perfect cut begin. Steel zero-turn mowers are here. Real Steel. Find yours.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
If you're building or remodeling your home and finally getting around to that to-do list, before you spend your hard-earned money anywhere else, do yourself and your pocketbook a favor and check out the huge selection available at Southern Pipe and Supply. They have a large showroom on Highway 39 North in Meridian. You can check out the large selection of tubs, showers, sinks, and faucets. Southern Pipe for all of your heating and air conditioning system upgrades, along with standby generators in preparation for storm season. And we're local, Southern Pipe and Supply.
Looking for the answer to the questions that are sure to come later today? You know, what's for lunch or what's for supper? That answer is El Norte Mexican Restaurant with 3 convenient locations in Meridian. Whether you're in the mood for one of their delicious, authentic dishes or their famous fish tacos, or maybe it's their large drink selection that pique your interest. Remember, their combo meals are buy one, get one free every Tuesday from 3 p.m. till close. The Mariachi Band performs at their 22nd Avenue location the first Thursday of each month. We will see you at El Norte Mexican Restaurant, 22nd Avenue Heights, North Hill Street, and Highway 19 North.
If you'd like a view like this, well, check it out. Dalewood has got that, and our friends at Snowden & Company can fix you up. No matter the home that you're looking for, if you're looking for the cabin style, maybe you just want the lake, fishing, they got any home that you can think of. If they don't have it at the time, they'll write it down, and when that house becomes available, they'll call and let you know. Visit them online. You can just kind of look at all of them, from Lauderdale, Neshoba, Clark, even over to the Jackson area. They can get you a home. Flowood, Madison, 453-3937. Don't worry about all that understanding the paperwork. They'll be there with you all through it. Make sure everything's dotted and the T's are crossed the way they do it there at Snowden Real Estate. Visit them today. Just any style home that you like. That's Amanda. Sweet as she can be. You'll see those signs around town everywhere. Just sold. It happens when you deal with them. This is the staff. 601-453-3937 is the number to call. Quickly, we wanted to pull this map back up and show you this is what is coming tonight. Severe weather is in our forecast. This will begin somewhere around 10 o'clock tonight through roughly 3 a.m.
Yeah, so, you know, have your ways to get notification. Have your TV on, have Scotty Ray on Facebook, YouTube. It gets real bad, then as it gets closer, then you'll be cutting in TV, and you'll have that. But just stay vigilant and know that this is coming, and be careful.
We'll see you back sometime today with weather updates.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.